in simple terms, that takes nonsense. You know, that you can easily, so one charlatan, one numbskull can just do whatever they like, because they know that it depends on who the thing favors and all of that, right? So that's the first blame is going to our government. We're at every level, whoever is supposed to act to protect the life and property of the citizen, they are complicit. And that fits very well into the political dimension of it. Let's have it right. If you are supporting Simon Ekpa, whether you have his picture on your profile or you listen to his program when he opens his program, you are one of these two categories. You are either a supporter or an enabler of PDP and APC in this election, or you don't have it together mentally. Those are the only two reasons. Whatever you say, you are just wasting your time. We are not children here. It is either there's some nervous disconnection somewhere that we cannot place our fingers on, or you are just doing this for PDP or APC. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. That is it. No, let's stop all this complicated story of something one thing, do one thing, one thing. No, nobody's a child here. If election does not hold in the Southeast, who does it favor now? Are we children here? You see, I know that there are some Igbos that are actually jealous of Peter Obi's candidacy. That look, if this guy goes there now, when next is it going to be our turn? Let's have it right. If this guy becomes president, wow, he's going to go there 8 years and the dynamics will change. When next will it be our turn? There are some people like that. They are giving you people money. They are allowing you people to exist in that place. Stop all these nonsense stories that, if that's what your contribution that you want to go and bring here, how something is Simon Ekpa's Esther. Simon Ekpa is a buffoon. It's a nincompoop. I don't even know how to classify him.
Yeah, with him, you cannot call him this anymore because he's an absence. You are here talking nonsense.
You are a clown, my brother. I was on his space. I requested for mine when he hosted the space for Jeffrey. Do you even know who you are? Do you think people are uneducated or perverted minds like you? Do you even know what you are doing at all? And you have his picture up. You are not even ashamed of yourself. Do you know what the optics are? Do you know what it looks like? No, I'm ready to take you on. What do you think you are doing?
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
What kind of madness is this one?
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Just calm down. Thank you so much. Ebuka, please, I beg. Stop interjecting, I beg.
All right. So I'll wrap up in 30 seconds, please. Let's just allow me to wrap up. I just wanted to, so that people will not be misled. Let's not forget it. IPOB is not the only thing. Why are you people just shouting as if IPOB is the only agitating group? We have Oduduwa, we have Yoruba Nation. My mom is one of the movement of Yoruba Nation. Why are they not shouting? Do you think the North don't have their own reason to want to be alone? The reality is that, you see, the whites that brought us together is for their strategic reasons. We know that we're in colonies and, we had our cultural leanings. And those leanings, those traits are still, part of what is driving us, right? That's why when you see some cultures in this country, you'll be wondering whether you are in the same Nigeria. So the reality on ground is have it together mentally. It is very simple. There's nothing you're going to say. Yeah. So let me just quickly wrap up. So in terms of politics, we also need to look at who are their local enablers. Why are you killing your brother? You are talking about IPOB. Do you even understand what IPOB means? And then the way to react, the way to show people that you want something is by killing your own people, the people you are seeking justice for. Is by destroying their means of livelihood. You tell them to stay at home. Is that not madness? Are you people okay?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, let me just yield. It's just annoying, honestly. And then somebody will even come and boldly put a picture, and he thinks he has something to say here. Anyway, you are a very nice person, the host. I give it to you. Thank you. I will just yield at this point.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry, sir. Thank you so much. Just come back, please. Sir. Thank you so much. Aku, I beg, no vex. Aku, no break this table, beg. After you go to Mekuri, Aqua beg, focus, no vex. We really will. You don't really his, I beg.
Thank you.
Submission, I beg. We are all here to learn. At least we don't know now if Samuleba is an APOP member or not. We are still contemplating where he belongs to. But go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, comrade. I swear, honestly, it really touched you. I mean, you claim you're fighting for your people, but then at the same time, you're still killing the same people that you're fighting for. I mean, if not cause, like they use them as cause you finish. Well, you don't even use your head for 1 minute. Try pause. Can you even pause for a minute and just think about everything that you're doing? Am I even on the right track? Am I doing the right thing? You did here say you fight for because you're being marginalized. Yes, I'm not God. Maybe there's truth to it, right? But here you are now, for instance. You have a candidate coming from your region, coming out to contest for the presidency. All I expect you is to put your hands and support that candidate. Shouldn't a marginalization not be your problem, sir? Should it be the ballot? Why not just okay? Now you've got somebody that is coming from your end. Let me support him since there's an opportunity of my own. Let's say let's go that route. Yet it's still not doing you. Let me tell people something here. You see, this criminal, the call Simon, is a bloody criminal. He's a non-entity, it's nobody. But it's only just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Life. I mean, people have done it before. He's not the first, but surely he will be the last. I'm saying it here for everybody to listen. The pain that man has caused to live. I'm not sure, like, maybe they will really allow this to sell through. People are dying every day. Just look at how the economy is. It never touch you, but it's a kind of more. Why don't destroy the economy? We can even try to support my own people. Hunger daylight. No reason. It don't make sense to you. Your own problem to sit at home. Because when you sit at home, the after will come the next day. It's very nonsense. If they tell that that's how you can be able to get it for this kind of Nigeria, then you're dreaming. Put that your Biafra and anything, you don't even see them. For anywhere, you don't even see them. Are you not looking at it now? Are you not seeing that as a result of your actions, that people are taking advantage of that and probably causing more harm to your own people? Is it not occurring to you? Now, how will I know that is IPOB that is running, or not IPOB that is running INEC offices? How will I know that is IPOB or not IPOB that is going out killing people? I don't need those answers, but I've got my answers already. But for the fact that they said the Nnamdi Kanu is not going to be released, all you needed to do is to key into the platform and support your own. Support the person that can be able to go in and put out a proper justice system that will deliver a sound judgment. But of course, it takes everything like gara. Everything like gara for Buhari administration. You're finished man, honestly. Very finished man, you're not getting anything. Please. We do not have any other place you can call home. Even if you're in London, anywhere you are, you will still land back home. So that's one home that we have now, that we can be able to see how we can build it. We've been talking about politics, and I'm glad that some of us are becoming more aware politically of our environment. How you can now key into that platform to see how you can be able to hold your state governors accountable. How you can be able to elect right people that can be able to champion development in your region. You won't do it. Because in a true nama, you're looking for how you can be able to wake up one day and destroy, if you destroy things, boom. You won't get it. I only see you as my own enemy. That's the way I see you. Take it or leave it. I see you as my enemy. Because that marginalization you've been shouting for, you've got an opportunity now to lend your voice. PVC, I'm not sure that you even get. You don't get PVC. You don't get nothing you get. So you even change the system. Come here, come to Gaga. Tell your Simon Eber. That money, that payment you don't give, I'm going to use the deposit to Wahala. You go for me time. It's just a matter of time. Oga, where? I am saying, Oga, what are you here? Let them continue assisting APC in destroying the Southeast and indeed this country. When I had to give it will never continue. That's what I'm going to say. Go back and think about all the actions that you've been putting out so far, what it has yielded. Has it built more or has it further destroyed more? I yield the mic. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Mekuri, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good afternoon. Am I audible enough? Hello?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Now, I've been listening to a whole lot of these iPod people coming out to say one thing. Now, we just need to apply common sense into this whole narrative. Now, you are saying you are being marginalized on one thing or the other, that you are fighting for the freedom of your people, but you are the same people trying to mess up whatever the people are ought to be doing. You understand? You understand? I mean, just look at it. The people that you're telling to sit at home, do you think it's affecting we that are here in Lagos State? Oh no, maybe shop now, Anambra or Abia. Will it affect me as you do more here? No, it will never affect me. You are making your people pass through tough times. And then, I mean, please, someone should please spare me this crap, I beg. Even when the USSR was a whole body, they had ways of going about it, getting separated. There are legal ways of going through all this process. Now, if you can't go through the legal process, at least the other way is through the ballot. Once upon a time, we are hearing, okay, the Igbo man was being marginalized. Okay, we have an Igbo man here now. Not just an Igbo man of character and integrity. That he has been tested and he is trusted. Then what else is your problem? You're telling me election they meant. So that they meant for that way. And which kind of pattern be all these ones now? Making the whole Igbo land to be inhabitable. Meaning what now? I want to understand something. If you make Anambra, Abia, Ebonyi, Enugu, and all those southeastern states to be inhabitable to the people that are inhospitable for those that are living there, do you think it's going to affect the average Yoruba man or the average Hausa man living in Lagos here or in Kano? It will never affect them. Because Otumna and Lagos, I have people over there. I always want to go. Look at me now. December, I cannot go home because the road is not safe. I can't. I told them, the Lord be with you. God go with you. But I can't go. Why? Because of a bunch of miscreants are coming and saying IPOP, and they are following one buffoon, one nitwit, one more imbecile saying he declares it at home on election day. As in, I beg, please, please. I've known our Igbo brothers to be very, very resolute in whatever decision they have to make. Don't let somebody come out and start intimidating you on whatever basis. The same rubbish Simon Ekpa is living in Finland. I tweeted one certain time. I said, if this guy is really, really serious that okay, he's championing this whole movement, he should leave where he is and come back here. Even the Nnamdi Kanu that they're fighting for didn't act this whole way, saying that an election. Does the Simon Ekpa thinking that whatever military apparatus that they have in IPOB, does he think that it is able to withstand the military of Nigeria country? I mean, this Nigerian military, forget. It is known in the whole of Africa. We have the strongest military base, and nobody, no nation in Africa can stand to fight against us. Nobody. And then that's one a particular section. Not just a particular section, please. It's not the south, the whole of Southeast. I've always told people that I'm an Igbo man, but at the same time, I am not an IPOB member. Please, I've never been in support of that movement, and I will never ever in this life be in support of that movement. It has happened before. We saw how much it degraded. I mean, it made the whole of Southeast go into a state of retrogression. It took us back. Look at Anambra. Despite the whole work that Obi did there, if there was no civil war as at then, come on, let's face reality. Let's face it as it is. Let's face it. It has never favored us. War will never favor us. It will never, and I repeat, and I'm laying much emphasis on it. It will never ever favor us. Do we think we're more diverse than this like Russia or the USSR as of then? I mean, if you check under the USSR, we had different, the Ukraine, the Bulgaria, and all of them broke out of there.
Yes, that's one of that. Thank you so much. That's one of the
Yeah. Because it is getting me very, very pissed off. Like, if we are looking towards this way, we shouldn't hold an election. This is a government. They will never allow that. So since you know this can't work, why don't you go through the alternate way, through the ballots? Let your voices be heard through the ballots. Please. I yield, I beg.
All right. Ebuka, look hear from you, please. 4-5 minutes away. Thank you.
I'll not take our time. You understand? Sorry for the insult. What's the name? Adelaide. Sorry for the insult. I insulted. You understand? See, some of us that are here, they're talking about this and that. How many of you can be able to die for Nigeria if they say, okay, come out and die for Nigeria? Put your life in life for Nigeria. None of you can do that. None of you can die for this your so-called dear Nigeria, wonderful
Lucky
Nigeria.
answers. People know that. People don't die for lucky answers. Anyway, I'll come for you later.
You do what? Me, as I am, many people are putting their life, including my own brother, and I can put in my life to defend this struggle I'm doing. I'm not just telling you, I can. With the last drop of my blood, I will stand. So for you to understand how serious we are. I know most of people talk, we are just here.
Why do you want war? That's what we are doing.
But why do you want war? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. What are you saying? Do you know what is?
No problem. I've heard you. No problem. I'm useless. I'm stupid. I am this and that. But I'm just telling you, somebody like me, if you see me physically, you understand what I'm talking about. You think we are just joking, playing. Everybody say you collected money. It's always about money. Anybody that volunteers to do things is always about money. They bribe him to what? No problem. I said it before. No people don't know how we prepare.
What will you gain from it? What will you gain from it? Just answer this question. What will you gain from it? Please.
Hold on. I'm talking. And somebody told me, who give me mandate to stop election in Southeast. And I asked him, who gives you me mandate to protect my people in the Southeast? Who give me mandate to go to the bush and be being awake day and night to to protect our land. Who give me the
Why
money?
destroying their businesses if they open on Monday? I beg, leave that one. Saying this, and I'm saying that this is nonsense. Real nonsense. I now by election season, now come on one thing. He na call it like this now. It's not so go one people. I'm making no no. He na call another thing. Pachapanya you.
Only right.
Sorry guys. Please and please. Ndi IPOP or Ebuka, whatever group that you belong to. If you want to beat your chest, imperfect, please wait. If you want to beat your chest, go to your organization and go and beat your chest. Coming here to come and threat. You see, that is the problem. You are not the only person. If you think that you are the only person in the forest, so you think we don't have people in the forest too. How many places can you protect in Adibo? Let's even come to it. Like people have not been protecting Adibo over the years. Is it today that crime started in? It's not going to cost our head here. It is your own head that is going to cost. Because you are following blindly. Are you doing, do you feel like, do you have any, what is that objective? What is that goal that you want to achieve? Oh, you want to achieve Biafra. It's fine, it's beautiful. Nobody is stopping you. But remember, in the struggle for rights, you must also make sure you do not interfere in other people's rights. There are so many ways to achieve whatever thing that you want to achieve. Look at all the Igbo people here. What you just did now is an insult. For example, now, we grew up, if you look at the Igbo culture, we have what to call the Nzenozo. Why do we have that? Because normally when issues rises up, people come and gather, people bring their ideas together. If you say other people have lost their life, oh, if you want to throw in your own life, fine, you throw in your own life and nothing is going to happen. Like I said, and I'm going to say it again, you did not consult anybody. You did not consult anybody to say there is going to be a seat at home or that people are not going to participate in the election. Imperfect, I'm seeing your side. I see Imperfect. There's something that we need to understand, and I need to say it out very, very loud because I think we've condoned a lot of things. You understand? Now, let me tell you something, Ebuka. Nnamdi Kanu is not bigger than Ndibo. We only allowed him because maybe sometimes some of his utterances are true. But if you continue to think that you are going to useless that opportunity, you are going to misuse that opportunity and bring chaos to an Igbo, you will disappear. Nothing is going to happen. Yes, we are having political leadership failure in the Southeast, but there are ways we can go about these things in a meaningful manner. You are claiming you are protecting. What have you protected?
It's my time to talk. You guys are taking my time off. Time to talk.
Please, you are not going to speak on this space again because it is awful. We've given you that opportunity. But I think that to be very
What's the problem?
Osnya, do you know my community? Have you protected my community?
Give someone else the speaker, man. It keeps cutting up.
My community. Have you protected my community?
Let's try this again.
Following that same trend that is not leading to any positive results. And then they'll be dying in droves. Nothing. They'll be disappearing in droves. Somebody who calls himself an adult will come and be spilling on a space. Come out on election day. Your blood will be spilled.
Just call one of them.
If I continue, I don't know who is going.
Let them come and say their mind. What is your aim exactly? What exactly do you want? You will find out that they don't have anything they can say that, okay, this is what you want. Okay, what do you want? You want an Igbo? Okay, you've been marginalized for so long, Abi. Okay, we have an Igbo man running for presidency. You cannot come out. For what?
I'm sorry, make you sorry. Now ask yourself.
Can I just say something?
I'm coming. I'll come to you, please. Sorry.
I need moderate this topic. We need to go according to those responsibilities.
Imperfect. Let me say this, and then you guys will continue, please. I think this is why we need to take ownership of our Igbo now. Every right-thinking person in our Igbo, I don't care who you are, even if you are still a student, we need to take ownership of our Igbo now. And what do I mean by that? Not necessarily by only, and not just through these elections, please. After the election, we need to figure out, we need to put in the work. We need to form NGOs. We need to have active NGOs and civil society organizations in the Southeast to checkmate a whole lot of shenanigans happening there. Because that is what is breeding all of these things. See, if we don't do it, thinking that, oh, it's politicians and their business, it is going to get worse. There are thousands of people like this now in Enugu. And it is true, they are willing to sacrifice their life because their life is worth nothing. In their own minds, their life is worth nothing. So because their life is worth nothing, they are willing to do anything to achieve whatever thing that they don't even know how it looks like. So we need to take ownership of that space. I've been looking forward to these people to say, okay, let's organize a day to clean up our Igbo. Look at Aba. Aba is very dirty. Let's see how we can contribute money to address one of the problems, but definitely not in our Igbo. No, it's always about one useless thing or the other. And then you think that is how you are going to win the heart of the people. No, now it cannot happen. Highest is going to be a war between all of us. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Oliver, let's have you after you go to Trinity. They'll come to offer too, please. Thank you.
All right. Good evening. Please, am I audible? Okay. Let me start by thanking you in Prophet for always hosting this kind of space. Wow, it's very wonderful. At least we can know other views in what is happening. So I think most times most of our spaces, because I haven't been speaking for a long time, so most of the spaces are always kind of centered on IPOB based. Maybe even if it's not centered on that, once maybe the topic is being talked, the thing kind of kills the whole show, and we kind of waste a whole lot of time on that. I don't think that is kind of the way forward. I believe that whatever that the situation has been now, all our focal points should always be now on the solution. Then what is the way forward? What can we now do? How can we solve this problem? Because the truth is that I shared something early in the morning when you sent me the link when I said it. That was from that lady or something. If you read that article, you start understand what happened in Southern Kaduna or something like that. And a lot of things is happening correctly. We even know what is happening. A lot of things is at stake now. So the time for maybe a changing world with all these things that no time for this now. So what am I trying to say is that currently now, the situation we all find ourselves in, whether we are in Nigeria or outside, the governors mostly can't do anything. Traditional rulers merely do nothing. Maybe, I don't know, because of the position is being kind of government oriented or something. Police can't even help. The army, too, even that bishop of something that was kind of kidnapped, you hear what his own this thing, what taken out there or something like that. Even the president don't even need to think that he needs to do anything. So that brings us okay now, because this issue is very complex. That's why most times some people want to post and say, INEC or some state of PVC. I do support that, but I do ask question. I ask, what is our plan? I'm talking about Nigeria in general before we talk about people. What is our plan? Because if you look at, let's discuss this. Are we not looking at this INEC Wahala? All these previous the last day we saw on the 8 pictures and all the shit, on the 8 pictures, all the other pictures. Seeing wave that time, everybody was shouting. I think the one you saw guy was like, Kalaman, bring all the stuff like that. But what has been done about that? Or even with this collection of PVC issues we're having now? Those are the main issues. You understand? Because this I we are talking about for a long time, long way. This collection of PVC issue now, okay, some them in Lagos, some them when they say they haven't collected it. Some guys are doing videos on their own PVC centers. Some PVC centers, they want to collect their system, but they go there. They are renovating the house. IPOB related issue at 2%. That is the truth. In the thing, we are just about the but at 2% because I think it can be solved if we dialogue, if we talk the controllers of IPOB. You see, that's what most times I would say. People that we all engage on in cases are just maybe extremists in every movement. So I believe if you look at how Africa moves, you know that. So and I believe these things are the ones that are doing all these sort of things. So when they're doing all these things, you don't expect to get some rational dialogue debate or something with them. But if we can engage maybe via DOS or maybe I think one of the folks that they always write, okay, so I can see the map powerful or something like that. Then we can talk, okay, yes, look at this, look at this, look at this. Because the most of people engaging, so they don't even know what is happening. Guys to me that angry, yes, this is it, that is not how we all know that, you know, this thing can happen. You know? So thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I beg, next time, once you get with you one talk, just write them for peace of even to those kids, because their voice they more louder than yours. Like, we don't say it makes sense, but we don't hear everything. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Is it utility? Then after I'll go to
co-host. Good evening to everyone.
Welcome.
I want to say this. I've been listening to everybody, and frankly speaking, I want to say this: nobody is more Igbo than another, and I believe everything we are doing is we want a better state, a better region for all of us, both the ones supporting, IPOB and the ones not supporting IPOB. We are all fighting for a betterment of the country and for Southeasterners. And for me, there is no justification for turning Southeast a war zone. For me personally, I always said this: we cannot fix problem by creating problem. We cannot create enemies within ourselves and expect us to fix problem. It will never work like that. I love everybody. I love IPOB members. I love non-IPOB members. But I want to say this: the fact is that if your brother is currently one of the governors in Southeast, politicians in Southeast, and you are coming to talk about Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, because you have interest in government, then you don't deserve to talk about Southeast. If you are IPOB member and you are talking because you're making money from politicians, because of that you are talking about this, you want people to be scared because you're making money, you don't deserve to be talking about Southeasterners. The fact is that the reason why Kanu was giving birth, it was okay before Kanu. I always say this: what is the problem? Why do we keep going back to this kind of character? It's because of lack of development in our region. I personally, I don't have issue with federal government. I always say this: I don't have issue with whoever is in federal. So far, they give ministers, they give senators. I don't have issue, and we have no reason to be backward in that region. We should, in as much as we are channeling energy to take care of IPOB, which most of them have derailed, and that's the point. We also need to channel the energies to the governors of Southeasterners. I can't remember the last time we have their so-called governors forum, Southeast Governors Forum. When was the last time they had a meeting? If anyone can remember, none. The last meeting they did, after a few days, Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya. Disunity among our governors, 5 governors. They have no sense. I keep saying Southwest did a meeting and Kolabo Southwest, they sit down like Mumu, they fight, waiting till they fight them. Where they're supposed to talk, they cannot talk. Atiku came to Southeast 2 times and insulted us. We should wait for him. They could not say, they were laughing like Mumu, all of them. And we should open our eyes and see the reasons. Put IPOB aside, they should stop terrorizing Southeast. I keep saying this. In as much as some governors, some politicians have taken over blaming IPOB, and I know the governors are responsible of burning INEC offices because they are scared of Peter Obi, and that's the fact. Somebody said we should create a vote from DSS. No matter how Carlo have seen, he might be wrong, he might be right. He's our brother. He has not done anything wrong, as far as I'm concerned. But the fact is that sometimes I disagree with him because he should channel that to the governors. We have no reason in Southeast not to fix road. We have no reason for a governor to come and begin to sabotage our own land. And it's a high time all of us come together, have a political voice. If we don't want a governor, he should not contest anymore. He is not there by his own power. Because we have no reason not to develop something. In 5 states, we cannot build railway, we cannot build Niger Bridge, and we are depending on the federal government. They are collecting salary for God's sake. Look at the Enugu state governor. Fulani is killing his people. He's there following week G5. What is my business with G5? You cannot protect your own land. We want a better Southeast. We should not be, you don't deserve to die for IPOP. My brother, I say you will lay your life. I know a lot of people have lost their life, but we need to respect them by fixing why they are fighting this. And that's lack of development. By the time we call back our governors to do the right thing, put the right people in power, and fight those people who are using power to terrorize us, those people that died will be happy for us. Enough of this fighting, that. It's not going to help. Everybody has power. I have power in my own family. If you think you high power, you can come and take cutlass and chase you away. And that's the fact. And you have power in your own family. Let's use this power, unite our governors. The ones that cannot be united, we vote him out, remove him totally. We can't have sabotage as a governor and expect things to work out. We need to have a Southeast, one economy to build that region. We are one family. Please. Thank you, brothers.
Thank you so much. I don't know, this is good. I sound a bit of German language. No, please, for some people here that don't value their lives anymore, if you feel like you want to die for nothing, I beg, just let me know. There are thousands of people out there in the world that need organs. If now your kidney we get, we take your kidney. If now your liver too we get, we take them. Instead of to go waste time for nothing, at least you will then save lives. You know, we will take and so they remember you. At least they're going to die a hero and not just die for nothing's sake. So my brothers, with the two crackler, after if Nafisi that won't come, make una let us know. Let me know, I beg. Thank you so much. Who never speak for here before? Hey, Organto Samson, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Hi, good day.
Good evening, everybody.
What is to you, sir?
Principal, but then I have some cough on there. I'm from Enugu and Kaduna precisely. So I'll be listening to this space for the past 3 hours or 2 hours.
I'm sorry, so sorry. We had too many people that wanted to speak. I'm so sorry, sir.
Okay, I said sorry. I have some cough on that. So I'd say a little bit. I travel around Nigeria. Even currently, my family is based in the southeast. So I'll be hearing conservation very well. And what I want to control is that the issue of insecurity. I want to generalize it before I narrow it to the southeast.
Talk about your southern Kaduna first.
I think when Gula was a president, my governor, Erufai, was on TVC. He now said, I don't know whether it's arrogant or he knows what he was saying that time. He now said, because me sometimes if things are happening, I like recalling myself back. I will try to trace, let me know what is happening. Actually, what caused it, who is the motivator, or how did you say fall to the circumstance or the present situation it is going on. So now he now said that the government, that is the government of Goodluck Jonathan, know who are the Boko Haram. That time, terrorizing Nigeria. He know amount of intelligence, security briefs he received, and how much president that they know the sponsor or the Boko Haram people. And there is a alleged rumor, which I don't know if I'm saying it, but it's somehow an alleged rumor, that some of them that time of 2014 petitioned the same government of Jonathan to Obama That's what led Obama not to sell out to Nigeria. And then in 2016, El-Rufai was the governor of Kaduna State. He was on China TV. He made a statement. Somebody said something here of we marching to block government house or to block National Assembly because of what is happening in Nigeria. El-Rufai was on China. He said that he went as far as Sudan to pay the killer herdsmen not to come to Southern Kaduna and kill people again. Now, I tried because the election of Goodluck Jonathan, 2011, I was in Adamawa State in a village called Bele. That village just a border between Cameroon and Nigeria. So we even me myself crossed to the village of the Cameroon because they interrelate there. So I know what I was doing there because now you cannot see the difference. When in Nigeria village, no light, no road. The Cameroon village, yes, no road, but they have lights. People do cross to the Cameroon village, activity today, to charge their phones. So what you only do there, even the MTN, if you have your line, the network you receive there is Cameroon MTN. So if I'm calling or you're calling me, there's so much charge. So what I was saying in the essence is that time I only have radio, and the radio that I'm listening to, I listen to FM Garwa. I think Garwa is state in Cameroon, and that FM they hook up like the normal train in the north. They hook up to the BBC outside broadcast all the time. So I recall very vividly, very well. Sometime April 2011, during that presidential election, I think something happened in Southern Kaduna. I think Dr. Crutch also was there. I wish he was in this platform. He spoke very well. There are some things that I want to highlight because see the truth, even in my place of work, as tell people I say the truth is bitter. With tell people I say the truth is bitter. With yes, I noticed that very well. In the north, you go to a market, you see somebody that is selling. What I was trying to say is that the north, the structure of the country, if you check it very well, if you take your time, know of what you see on TV.
Hello, sir, are you there? It's like you got a call. Hello? Oh, he's not there.
Well, the man was going to eat the G spot too, I swear to God. I want here to start part.
Oh, damn. Okay. Before he comes back, let's hear from Justice F. Just 2 minutes, please.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please make it snap.
Yeah. My brother, imperfect.
Please.
Thank you. We cannot give up.
Oh, don't go on.
My brother.
Are you with you? Like this word sounds familiar. You're welcome.
You know, they think they can keep us down. We cannot give up. At this point, we have crossed the Rubicon. We have crossed the Rubicon. We are not going back. But there's something I want to, I want to stick to the topic of the room about this terrorism. You know, we always, as Nigerians, we always try to live on denial. And this is where we have problems. We have established in the problem, I'm not an engineer, but in solving a problem, you must, even if as a doctor, you must know when somebody comes to your office and tell you that he's sick, he has a headache, the doctor will send you to have a test. And when you go for that test, they will be able to establish what the problem is, because the headache is the symptom of something wrong with your body. And when he established that, he can now know the kind of treatment he's going to give you. We all as a people, for the past how many years, have been able to establish the people that are responsible for this terrorism, both in, I hope you guys are hearing me clear,
both in the north and in the south, it has been well established, the people who are involved in this terrorism. But now, our people still think that somehow, by demonizing our own people, will solve the problem for the people to go away. I hear people when they said, how many land can you protect? This and that. But people have AK-47 waiting on your doorstep to kill you. And you are discussing it as if you have to put a tie and shirt and go down and the gun will not pull your body. I don't know people, if you people see the kind of bullet these people are using in southern Kaduna to kill people. If not what IPOB is doing, by now we must have had IDP camp in the east. No matter what we tag them. And my own advocacy is that we should find a middle ground. We should not continue killing our heroes. Now the can is in jail. Last 2 weeks, Simon Eba, everybody want to bring him from Finland and send him to jail or kill him. Come on, Egg. Go and check the broadcast because it was so surprising that hypocrisy of our people, because we always find excuse to destroy our own. Someone ever come on air and tell people that Fulanis are about to attack Ogun State and some part of Nigeria. Everybody call him bluff. But today in the Ogun State, four students are kidnapped. There's a letter from the Fulanis telling them they are coming to attack in Ogun State, the same Ogun State. Now, there was attack in Enugu. Some people coming to tell us that this and that. That attack in Enugu consumed our life of our people. Now you are planning to go to election where you are expecting 7 million votes to come from the east, minus 50 people out of that 6 million votes you are projecting. Where are you going to get that 50 people? You are not going to get it again. So if you want to go to election, how are you going to make sure that these people are not going to invade your villages and kill the people there to reduce the number of electoral votes you want to get at the end of the day? Why can't we find a neutral ground? Now, they cause it at home. Everybody, unless they come, they write their press release. Everybody was shouting. Now, after the sit at home, what happened? The Fulanis invaded the village and killed people. I never see all those people that make that. Even the people that raised petition against this man. Because he have address. That's why we know where he lives. You can Google his address, you can Google his name. But you will see some people coming to tell us to believe people we are not seeing their face. Oh, they release press release. People you don't even know. When you see them on the road, you can't hold them accountable. How long are we going to continue like this? You are saying some people are here. I can't go to village because there's no security. But you are still at the same amount. You say there's no security. You can't go village. But you are saying there's no war. That if war happened today, what are you going to do? When the war will have made you not to go to your village. Because if there's no war, why can't you go for your village and do Christmas? All of us know that there's war on ground already. What are we going to do to prevent, to push back on the war? More. And you think by doing that, you will not have the election and that your candidate will win. Igbos, if you don't want to learn a lesson, I'm sorry for you, because all of us are going to suffer. Because this is because we don't want to learn a lesson. We always good on directing our own brothers, our mad people in our midst, because there's no village you can go, you will not see a mad person. Do those villages kill their mad people? The answer is no. Because every family you come, there's people who are stubborn. And when stubborn things come, they front themselves. But you will see an Igbo man. He will, because he was not the one in charge, he wants to demonize that stubborn person in the family because he feels that it's a threat to them. But forgetting that stubborn person, when there is, for example, my village, there will be a time, and with 3 Christmas like this, people are going to a lot of people are not there. Meanwhile, people this strong, you cannot be able to fetch water from the stream. But our Igbo brothers want to kill anybody that have the boldness to speak because they want to have one Nigeria. They want to defend Nigeria that cannot give their children a future. How long are we going to continue like this? Why can't we find a neutral ground? How can, even when our brother is saying something that we know that IPOB have a genuine cause, we know that what Simon Ekpa is saying is the truth. But you will now want to use the side of him saying you that no election. Go online now on Twitter. Tony Nadi is online live with Dr. Damages. Him too is saying no election. Why is that nobody is calling him out to kill him? He's saying no election. Tony Nadi is saying no election.
Please, I don't know about this Tony Nadi and whatever, but please, all I'm saying is there are better ways of going about all these things. There are better ways, please.
Tony Nadi is online and I'm telling you that there will be no election. But nobody is calling Tony Nadi as instigating violence or go and kill him. But when someone said no election, everybody said kill him. Why are we doing ourselves like this? Why can't we find a neutral ground to reach out to ourselves and speak in one voice and demand what we want? That's what is called the power of the people. We have the numbers to demand whatever we want in Nigeria. But because few people think that they are getting money in their pocket, they always come with this narrative or trying to paint some people black. And some people will buy it and run with it. I don't know. Sometimes I ask myself, that have made us not to reason that we want all our people to die because they said they don't want this. And when people said we are fighting for Biafra because of marginalization, what is marginalization? Are we the most hungry people in Nigeria? Are we the most poor people in Nigeria? Are we the most undeveloped people in Nigeria? That's what is called self-preservation. If you don't know it, go and ask Scottish people. If you don't know what self-preservation, go and ask Catalonians. If you don't know what preservation means, go and ask the Welsh. They have this electricity, they have good roads, but they want to preserve the life of their children. Because if you don't do that, your children are gonna go anywhere and they will be treated anyhow. But when you preserve that, your family, you preserve your people, it will help them to build the world economy that everybody will be jealous of. But as of today, what are we doing? That I'm in America and I get some few dollars and build house. I build castle in the village and I lock it up and run away. How many of us have built house in the village and we are living there? How long are we going to continue like that? But here, I see people shouting, oh, if war happened today, already people have war waiting for you to cut off your head. They are not going to mess for you. They don't have mess because they are not attached to you. But you will say IPOB is killing their own. Where have IPOB touched any of their own people? And I ask this question. There's a help of rep member that comes from Soludo place. This man was killed and cut off his head. Have we as Indigo asked who did that? They will accuse IPOB. When there was also Zoblo massacre, have you people forgotten there was what is called a Zoblo massacre? Was the IPOB that did it? This House of Rep member that was killed and cut off his head. Why haven't people asked? Soludo, you and this guy were having issues because you want your own person to replace him in the House of Rep or House of Senate. I don't know which one he said. And this man took him to all the Reverend Fathers in the Anambra State. That man died because Soludo is governor. Have anybody go and ask question? The head of vigilante in Anambra State that Soludo appointed was involved in kidnapping. Why are people not talking about it? Why are we not talking about it? But whenever people rise and said, hence, this is Nnamdi Kanu everybody wants to kill. Nnamdi Kanu went to Enugu State and tell the 5 Eastern State governor, go and get restructuring for your people. Give them electricity. Dredge River Niger. Do this and do that. 8-point agenda. 2 weeks, they went and tried to kill him. Even when he ran away, before he formed ESN, this ESN now everybody's blaming that they are causing the insecurity. He wrote the same governors and said, you may not agree with what I'm doing, but I want you people to protect your own people. After one of our sisters was killed in Anambra, during Obi and no regime, do two people see it? Why do we always tell the story from the half? We cannot start it from the beginning because we want to make sure that we look good, other people look bad. If we continue like this, whether you like IPOB, whether you like people going for election, if we don't come now, before January or before this election, you people are glamoring because Obi is going to fail. I'm sorry to announce it to you. Obi is not going to win. For a caliphate and UK to give you, British to give you Igbo presidency, it's better they say, take this your Biafra and go. For them to give you Igbo presidency, why didn't they give you from PDP or APC? Why did they chase him out of PDP? Because they know if Igbo man is not in this election, stop deceiving yourself. If Igbo man is not in this ballot, some of you will be shouting more than and see IPOB as your enemy. When you form this enemy after the election, you will now realize that you have failed. And when you fail, this means everybody is going to suffer. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to suffer. You're going to, all of us. But if we find a neutral, if we find a middle ground and have an agreement, we can be able to overcome this. If not, this claim of left, right, and center, we're going to end up, all of us, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Alexa, switch on mom light.
I found more than one device with the name light. Please give them unique names, then run discovery again. Or create a group if you want to control them simultaneously.
Togo, thank you so much. Please. Togo, thank you so much. Please.
Phone is no power charger.
That we're saying now, Erufai himself know what. Okay. You said something before. It's beyond this issue. I'll go to Ori three times a year. Not that I'm buying the yam. A yam that we produce from my father's farm, I'll go to Ori and sell it full lorry. So now, right now that I'm talking to you, the same house and in my compound. Let me shock you. In my compound in the southeast, I farmed a yam last year. I invested 2 bags of yam, almost 80. I have the seedling more than 200. Now, this December, right now I'm talking to you. My wife she's my village. I gave her yam to go and give my father to eat. Because my father has yam 20,000, 30,000. You cannot find 1 tuber of yam in my father house due to flooding problem. So, okay, one winter now, say, okay, because people destroy my father yam, I should not pick up or my father should pick up, we should find other means of the rise of killing people as well as means of livelihood. It's wrong. The narrative, like him, he said he grew from the north, and anybody that also grew from the north, maybe you know, I understand Hausa language very well. The problem, which is what caused to this issue of terrorism, is what? Is that you see a small boy, if you say it's a lie, try go to Kano or Kaduna or some state, and then and call you Arne or Kafuri. Now, the question, I don't have anything against it.
What's the problem?
Diagnosing the problem. We're not saying this is, and let me tell you the issue is that the insecurity that we're talking. 2018, I was in Abuja, and there's a case that involved DSS and Fulani something in Oyo State. That case was here on Brekete Radio, Humara Radio in Abuja, and then the assistant DSS director. Yes, I was even sitting in that studio that day, by close to the assistant director DSS. But what he was saying that day, he said he was on special duty in Abuja. The Fulani that they arrested in Oyo State, somebody gave an order for it to be released. And he was not on duty, he was on special duty in Abuja. But when he returned back to Oyo, they now arrest this man and jail him, even use pinches, remove this man's tooth. They incarcerated this man for like 2 years. That was 2000. So now I'm telling you, see, those Fulani or whatever, they are no ghosts. We are not talking whether they say IPOC or anything or whatsoever that happened in the South East. Those people are no ghosts. The government has seen them. The government knows those who are those people. So the issues that what I'm trying to explain is that these people, if you check very well, even this regime, it shows. Because if you check from the military down to the paramilitary, who control the heads? Are you telling me that those people are not getting information? They're not getting intelligent information. They're getting it. They know it. They know everything. Okay, how did they able? How were they able to trace Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya and bring it to Nigeria here? That's to tell you that these are government and they know what is happening. Now, coming down to the Southeast, I don't want to go deep into it. I don't want to go deep into it. But in the issue of the Southeast, I just want to appeal because me, I'm from Kaduna State. I have my own tribe. The Oganto you are seeing my name. That is the tribe according to my is a name or my ethnic name. And then now I'm in the north. The person I'm within the north, he failed because is it because of my religion? He failed. No, I'm not with him, or I'm not part of him. And then coming down maybe in the south, you see this somebody will tell you no, you are outside person or this is what is happening. But the point I'm making here is that we should all come together, like Francis said something. We should come together, and the issue is what is unity. Because if you check now, let me tell you, I'm so depressed because the Yoruba people, you are seeing a high intelligent person right now. He will tell you, I cannot deny anymore. I'm telling you to be frank. I every day, even today, we have hit of argument with them in the morning before going to the site. Now they will always tell you, yes, we know the problem of Tinubu, we know Peter Obi is Hope of the Dima. I've been watching closely since 2020. Army, you brought army to a local government. You are bombarding your people, and you say you're governor. Who do you want to govern? And then I'm still afraid. Yes, I'm a supporter of Peter Obi, 100%, because I see they will open the door for the federal government to bring the machinery and work and suppress people in the Southeast. And like Francis said, I will support you on that move. If with this space, I was on this space more than almost 2-3 hours, I'm trying to talk. And then what I'm trying to say is that there should be a door-to-door. That is mostly in the north. Whether election, whether anything, like you see campaign, they go to stadium and they're making noise in the street. That's not the campaign. I was even telling somebody today, the main campaign is the campaign that people move neighbor to neighbor, house to house. And even when you see somebody is going against, they press him, they advise him, they tell him that's how they do it. Till the election, even the election night, that's how they do in the north. I participate in so many elections, and I know how they do it. It's not about staying down the shadow, hear it, radio, you finish. That's not how it is. It's different entirely. So the encouragement is that the topic everybody has been speaking well here. Yes, everybody want, even the Yoruba, I've been telling them here, I say, even the people, if you say, who are those people that want to leave Nigeria? Yoruba number one, but they're afraid. They don't want to come up and say something. If you check the last 2 years, Sunday was on the mainstream media. He was in the even last 2 weeks ago, he come and say he's dropped the ambition of the Odudua. You want to support Tinubu? It's all about interest. It's all about interest. So the issue is that we should try and unify and forget. Yes, Biafra is the Biafra will not die. It's a spirit. It's people. This is people we are talking about. It's according to people, but you cannot just keep the Biafra. 100 years to come, 1 million years to come in this world, people will be calling Biafra when it come to stay and some come to stay. But it's the issue of Peter Obi. People should unite. Unite and work it out. If you know Peter Obi lose, there's not the election we are going to election to lose or win. But if Peter Obi lose or he win, and then the number of the vote or the way people will support it will be an eye-opening to the nation to say, these people, we cannot support these people like this. And this is what I'm telling you, I'm privileged to go around the Southeast since my life. I'm a construction person. I know what I'm saying. I ask myself questions. I say, are you sure? Are you truly sure there's a civil war here? Because the Southeast itself is more developed than many states or many regions in Nigeria. Go and check it very well. There's no place in South that I've not entered. My 10 years of staying in the Southeast. And I used to ask myself that because I used to tell people, I say, I believe, mostly Anambra, you can drive from every angle in Anambra, you can enter and go out of any angle. And you see mansions in villages and water and boreholes. You ask yourself, have these people truly, there's anything like civil war? I think I will hang up. But the advice is that we should just unite and work and see what we can do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And sorry for what happened in Southern Kaduna. Nigeria's case is something else, to be sincere. We've been talking about Nigeria today. For this time next year, in fact, we could talk from this year until next year. So we never even go half. Thank you so much. Like you said, some Southeast governors are even against Peter Obi, to be sincere. But let's see how it goes. And Jokes, are you there? Mr. Jokes, are you there? No.
Yes, I'm here.
Hold on, Mr. Ben. Hold on, Mr. Ben. I don't know. Do you want to make any contribution, sir?
Yeah. Let me just say something.
I beg. Hold on, I beg. Let's hear from Mr. Ben. I beg. Thank you. So
thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really applaud everybody. Congratulate you for everything we're doing so far. But we are at a crossroad, in my opinion. What I see, there are people that doesn't want this country to go forward. I don't know what their reasons are. We really have to do something. And what I think that we can do right now is to stick together. I believe that the presidential candidates, all of them can sit down and talk. Maybe because we cannot just go, like hell-bound into this election. We might not even have the election. And I wonder, if that happens, what do we do? So the federal, whoever is behind all this thing, they have their plans. They are working tirelessly. So people should be able to sit back and think maybe the election can be suspended and let's deal with the issue of insecurity. Because if there is no peace in the community, people are getting killed. A lot of people will be scared to come out of their homes to go and vote. An election can be lost that way. So I think the candidates should sit down together and figure out what to do. And beat the federal government or whoever is behind all this. That, okay, you know what? We want to hold up on this election until we can find out who is behind all this killing. To step aside. They can tell him to sit aside. Let's put somebody who will organize a good election.
A Nigerian president should step aside?
Well, if the time comes for him to step aside, he should step aside for somebody to conduct the election. Because it doesn't look to me he's about to conduct this election in good faith. He's not talking about what is going on in the country.
Well, you are talking about Nigeria in Africa.
I'm sorry?
We are talking about Nigeria in Africa. In our constitution, even if you're on wheelchair or clutches, or even if you're going to, even if the person is going to die tomorrow, you dare not step aside. Step aside.
spokesperson. So, vote will be counted, and then the president will be announced. Right now, some people are scared. Be announced. Right now, some people are scared. The election they wanted, they don't. It's getting out of their hands because of what is happening. Obedience. These killings.
Okay. You don't talk.
I'm done.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
GD. Okay. Jobs, are you still? Okay. Jobs, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So, yeah. Going on with sticks anymore, they going on with the commission of sticks and firearms, and then one thing there's another, the funny guy was able to, or some of them were able to like disperse and leave, but the farmers were able to like gather some of the cows and take it to one of their leaders, and then the funny guys came back, and this is where we are right now. It's quite unfortunate in Nigeria that these things have escalated to this level, and there's so much in it that we cannot say that the federal government is not is complicit of what's going on, because I feel like whatever that is happening right now, months to election, it has to be tied to politics and the election coming up in February. There's not, because let's look at this way. Who is going to be who would gain from any form of disruption or any kind of fighting is going on right now? Who will gain from this? You're attacking a particular group of people. There's continuous fighting in a particular region of Nigeria. Who stands to gain from this politically? From all three parties, So with what we have right now, this will not stop. This is going to continue. If APC comes to power, if PDP comes into power, this will not stop, because right now, these parties have seen this mechanism as a way to keep on staying in power, as a fear factor, putting fear in the people. Then they are reluctant to come out, and then there are people coming. Someone was saying how they're going door to door looking for people to give their PVC, but on the other hand, going down to another region of the country, you have to like beg or pay to have to get your PVC. So these things are politically motivated, and it's so sad that with the way the system is in Nigeria, it's the people themselves have we're kind of like demoralized to a level where we don't really care. It's well, hey, in Nigeria it's nothing new. It's not of like the youth that are coming up now and they see what's going on outside Nigeria and see that life can be better. You understand? So it's the only way things can change right now is if you can get people to be in there, that could be one, or if the people themselves rise up, because I feel like there's a point where we will get where are losing the people that you think you're fighting for. You're losing the people. You tell people to sit at home in a country where there's nothing working for them, and you say sit at home. You see Abia. Go and look at what happened in Northern Ireland with IRA. They were going after the government, not the people. You go, you burn markets. You say it's not you. But again, you have put that out there, so people are not using you as the point. So anything that happens, that even if it's not even IPOP, it will be IPOP because it's you, because the sooner you can have feel they are putting that fire, so they're helping you with the flames, and to continue burning, and your reason to want to for agitation will always keep going short. So this strategy you are using right now is not really working. So I have to say thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Now, please, have you guys ever considered that if P2B wins this election by next year, if Boko Haram won't come out with this bombing again, they were doing back then, Good Luck was in power? Have you guys ever?
Yeah. Yes, I believe they will, but the difference there now is that Obi is not, from what he has said, from what he has done, Obi is going to be in the forefront of this thing. Yeah, he's been saying it. I do not dispute that fact. Look, the fighting, I know I live in Jos, and I stayed in Jos during the whole fighting and the whole run and everything. If your government or the people in power are not willing to fight it, nothing can happen. But if they are willing to fight it, they will fight it heads on. You're telling me that this general, this DSS, they don't get but if there's still person when they talk about government now, they get 2 minutes now, they don't go fight the person. But Boko Haram, everything here, ASN, all of them, they're in between their tails. So I believe Obi would figure it out, head on.
Okay, all right, thank you so much.
Perfect.
Please, let's call it a day. Don't tire, beg. We'll go find breakfast, eat. And Trick, you want to talk something?
No, you asked a question. See, if they come outside, let me give you a typical example. When Jonathan brought in General Minima, chief of army staff, they shoot election dates. We saw what happened to Boko Haram now. This one, the president was interested in the wiping out of Boko Haram. He bring an Ijoma from Opopo, chief of army staff. What's happened to Boko Haram? They're not wrong. Now, very simple issue. Put the right people in the right place. Now, I say very simple. Them go wrong. It's as simple as ABC. You know, if you fight government, you survive them. It's not possible. Them go wrong. Simple as ABC. Government not get interest in stopping it. I'm just telling you, it's as simple as they never get interest to stop this thing.
Yeah,
so when they're ready, it will end.
It is more of a business to some of them.
Not business now.
They are selling arms and making money,
Selling to both sides.
I hosted this man, Major Al Mustafa. He say he gets one, say that Bondo State, that's some bits of that area. So he gets some, mineral resources we did there. We make them so they fight for that place. So their plan not just cause fight for that place, make people run, so they'll get access to the mineral resources. The man said too many things back then, but Baba, I don't know. Obi has a lot of work to do when he comes comes into power. To be sincere, once he assumes office, man, he has a lot. Like, if you're trying to fix Nigeria and you're fighting with those that want to kick him out of power too, or try to deter his own administration. But all the same, let's see how it goes. Anyway, thank you guys. Let's call it a day. I beg. I don't try for today.
You know, allow me talking.
You have spoken before. You want to come and fight all these aggressive people. Anyway, guys, wishing you guys all a Merry Christmas. Stay safe. What again? This man will get accent. Wait till you won't come talk now. I say I want to go. Why the request for Mike?
Merry Christmas.
Yes, I want to go.
Give away.
I will do one.
I have.
The para. This is why Africa will never get nuclear weapon, because now those first one they just go launch up.
I don't change that for us. You know, God did. God is you now.
Yeah.
So, the topic of discussion. That was a Twitter space that was part of. We can as well continue the discussion. I'm going to share the invite link. If you want to, if you have anything to say about the subject matter, I'll share the link now so that people can join in if they want to. Okay. So we can continue the discussion because the Twitter space has actually ended now. I didn't want to combine the two so that it doesn't get chaotic. So now we can focus on Facebook and YouTube alone. So that's the link shared. If you want to say anything, because I've seen a few comments. What was the last one? Oh, send me the link. Oh yeah, I sent that to you earlier. Simon and Austin are killing our people. Oh well, it's unfortunate. Emmanuel Prince said, you stay in Lagos and you can't go to East for Xmas because the road is not secure. I beg, who made the road? Yeah, that makes sense. I was actually thinking about the same thing then. He said he couldn't travel to the East for Christmas because the roads are not safe. And I was thinking, okay, you're in Lagos, so at what point is the road unsafe? Is it when you get to East, or is it when you're coming from Lagos? So that's the thing. Okay, so I've shared the link, so I'm just going to hang around for a few more minutes. If anybody wants to join the conversation, you click on the link there. If not, I hate talking to myself, so I will probably just end the stream. So we've been here for over an hour, so talking about the happenings in Enugu and Kaduna. Obviously, when we say Enugu, we mean Southeast, but Enugu in particular because of the recent events there, a few weeks ago, and just recently as well. Ihamufu in particular, which is in Enugu State. I have a very strong affiliation with Nsukka, so when things happen in Nsukka, sort of in Nsukka area, I just take it so personal, and it just saddens me so greatly. I just can't stop wondering how Ihamufu got involved in all these things to this extent, that these killers come back every time, massacre people and go. The last time I was in Nigeria, which is not long ago, just a few months ago, and I was going from Imo Airport to Abia State, and I have never ever seen something like that before. It was like military checkpoints, like every 1 minute. I don't even think, or maybe like every 500 meters, you'll be at this one, you'll be sighting the next one, and this wasn't even up to an hour journey. And the number of military checkpoints we saw was just unbelievable. Because before then, I hadn't really witnessed it like that, just Nani and Auntie, but I saw it myself. And just what was coming in my mind at that time was, okay, if we have this level of military presence, Nalibo, why are people still being killed? I just can't understand it. How you have all that military men outside from, like, they do 24-hour shift, for example, say na kana ebukwandi mmadu. So this ndị anaghị egbu ndị mmadụ, ọ bụ ndị Igbo na-egbu onwe ha, ọ bụ ndị ọzọ na-esi ebe ọzọ abịa egbu ndị Igbo, whatever it is killing, and I condemn it at any level. So, but ndị anaghị egbu ndị mmadụ, for example, or do they not pass? How na use the road? This same road, and where these military military men or soldiers stationed, and every time they stop a vehicle, obviously also somehow what they want to do with the vehicle. So these people naga ebundi mada neji whatever, and bomb and other things. On Hana Hagafe, those military checkpoints, how come they don't get stopped? How come they don't get checked? So it's it's very, very confusing. And somebody was arguing with me at a time in a space, oh, that he doesn't mind having that level of, military check. Because I was like, no, Alibo is militarized. They need to demilitarize it. And because it doesn't make any sense that we have all that military presence, yet every day, every day, every day, so how come how come they succeed? So this, what is the point? What's the essence of having all those military people? And somebody was arguing with me that, oh, that he doesn't mind having them like that. And I'm like, I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. So if it probably makes any sense to you, you can, join in the conversation and have your say. So happenings in Enugu, just recently, and we'll go a lot of killings, that's been tagged to Fulani headsmen. They'll come and sack a town. The recent one, obviously, is the one in Ehamufu, where people, the indigenous of that community, most of them have to desert their homes, for the fear of being killed. And just, I think, yesterday or 2 days ago, about close to 40 persons died in Kaduna as well, and they were buried. I think they were buried either yesterday or 2 days ago. So, and these things, happen almost, one would say that every part of the country, because even recently I heard about Ogun State. I saw news item that Fulani headsmen had written people in Ogun State to say that they are coming to attack. So, and then today about four people were kidnapped. This is from Ogun Polytechnic or something like that. So, and then you hear about Zamfara, you hear about Katsina, Imo State, Anambra, like it's everywhere in the country. So the question, okay, who is responsible for this? Some people now say, oh, that the citizens should take more responsibility. And I ask, how? How? If I was in a Hamufu, for example, and in the midnight, people are there, people in my community, God forbid, probably including me, how could I have protected myself? Only somebody that came with a gun, and I was asleep, so I don't even have. Probably the only thing you could tag a weapon in my house might be my kitchen knife, which cannot do anything when you're unprepared. And so what could I have done? I don't understand it. When we blame the victims, what do we expect from them? What is it that we think that these people should have done to protect themselves that they did not do? I don't know, but it just depends on how everybody understands these situations. Some people say, "Oh no, you can't point at the federal government. You need to blame your governors, for not providing security or for not providing governance." And then I asked somebody one day. I said, "State governors or even local government chairmen, councillors, are they not part of government?" Because when people say, "Oh, we blame the government," they don't just mean we blame Buhari. Because a lot of people are so ready to jump in to defend the APC or to defend Buhari. So they don't just want you to say anything government. And then I asked them, when somebody say we blame the government, does that not mean that they blame even their local government chairman, the councillors there, the governor, the state governor, and then up to the federal government as well? Because it is their responsibility to provide security for the citizens. It's not my responsibility to provide security for my community. Because Nigerians, we have been so used to victimization that we exonerate the people that are supposed to be in charge or are supposed to take responsibility. We exonerate them. Instead, we blame ourselves. That is how people will go on to build schools, build roads. Why? Because obviously you provide your own electricity, because you have your own small generator, which you power every day to be able to do basic stuff like you boil water in your home to be able to take a bath or even to watch a television. So we are used to providing things for ourselves that even to the extent of security, even, yeah, of course, we do provide our own security sort of in people pay for vigilante, and stuff like that. But it is not what we're talking about at this level. If vigilante was enough to fight Fulani herdsmen, I don't think they will still be attacking in any part of the country. So that is why we cannot, exonerate the government. As far as I'm concerned, they have not taken much responsibility in tackling this problem, in protecting the lives of the citizens. I mean, how on earth can 40 people be killed overnight in a community and we think that is okay? We feel like it's nothing. How does that even make sense? Where on earth would that happen? It's it's a disaster. It's a big deal for even one person to die for nothing, to be killed, by someone else and go scot-free. Not to talk of when you're talking about a family being wiped out, a community being chased away or being cleaned out. So it's a big deal. It's the responsibility of the government at any level you want to term it. It's their responsibility to provide security and to make sure that the citizens are safe. That's why they're there. That's why they are being sponsored by taxpayers' money. So you're not a governor of a state enjoying taxpayers' money, enjoying everything that you're enjoying as a governor, just for you to sit there and make excuses. No. You're there to take responsibility. That is why you are there. Whether you were voted in, whether you were put in from Supreme Court, or whichever way that you got yourself in there, you got in there because there are people for you to govern. Or you got in there as a president because there's a country for you to take responsibility of. Not blaming the victims to say, oh, the citizens are not taking enough responsibility. That's why they're being killed. Are you mad? Are you serious? So what responsibility were they supposed to take? On a beginning, maybe you have provided the little security you can provide in terms of armed robbery, because by having burglars and burglaries, burglary proof and stuff like that, which, well, doesn't deter them. But somebody comes with that kind of ammunition to kill you overnight, to kill your family and the people in your community, and somebody turns around to blame you. I'm sick of it already. Anyway, so that is it really. Happenings in Enugu and Kaduna, who is responsible? I've said my mind. I don't know what you think. I know we also have the problem of IPOB in the southeast, but then as we are talking about IPOB, let's not forget that we also have that problem of Fulani herdsmen who are coming to wipe out communities in the southeast. So let's not say, because it's very easy to say, oh, it's IPOB, it's IPOB, it's IPOB. But then, in Kenabo has IPOB, to be tagged IPOB, and people will be looking away and not taking responsibility to do what they are supposed to do. Okay, guys, at this point, I wish everyone a happy Christmas, and I do hope that if you're celebrating, you have a good celebration, and they invite me to come and have a Christmas turkey or Christmas chicken, goat, whichever that you're having. Okay, so bye for now, and take care.